Today I'm reviewing the Skytech Gaming Azure 3 gaming PC. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've spent substantial time with this system on my desk, game sessions, everyday computing, multitasking with Discord and browsers open, and some background creative tasks. What I'm sharing reflects how it operates in real use rather than just what the specs look like on paper. Let's set expectations early. This is not a boutique ultra-high-end workstation. It isn't built to break 4K performance records or take top rankings in synthetic benchmarks. What it's designed for is robust mainstream gaming performance at sensible settings and dependable everyday desktop behavior. Performance feels well aligned with that aim. The combination of the Ryzen 7 9700X and RTX 5060 provides steady frame rates in popular competitive titles. In games like Fortnite, Valorant, and Apex Legends, you'll comfortably push higher refresh rates at 1080p. In more demanding AAA titles, high settings at 1080p remain smooth. Moving to 1440p still feels solid if you're willing to adjust detail levels. It's consistent rather than spectacular, and that's appropriate for this class of hardware. Thermals are a key part of how a gaming system feels day to day. The included 360mm AIO cooler does a competent job keeping the CPU temperatures stable under prolonged load. It avoids the sharp temperature spikes and aggressive fan ramps you sometimes see with smaller coolers. The GPU runs in its expected range too, with system airflow keeping things settled even in longer play sessions. Noise is controlled. You'll hear the fans and pump during heavier loads, but nothing feels intrusive if you're sitting in normal distance from the desk. It stays predictable rather than becoming a distraction. Build quality feels solid without being ultra premium. The case has a clean layout, cables are routed reasonably well, and there's enough breathing room inside for airflow. The 850W Gold PSU gives confidence in power delivery and headroom for moderate future upgrades. Memory and storage have been practical in everyday use. The 32GB of DDR5 at 6000 MHz means multitasking doesn't make the system feel sluggish. Running games alongside chat apps, browsers, and background utilities has been smooth. The 1TB NVMe SSD boots the system quickly and loads games responsively. If you build a large game library over time, more storage might make sense, but the included capacity is a sensible starting point. Connectivity, including Wi-Fi, covers modern needs without leaving obvious gaps. There are enough USB ports and headers for peripherals and accessories typical of a gaming setup. Now for perspective. Compared with PCs that share similar class components, this system does what you'd reasonably expect: solid, stable performance without surprises. If your goal is raw peak frames at the highest settings across the latest AAA titles, that's simply beyond the RTX 5060's role here. You'd be looking at higher GPU tiers instead. If you compare it to compact gaming laptops with similar parts, this desktop generally maintains better thermals and steady performance since it isn't thermally constrained like a laptop often is. This system makes the most sense for people who want reliable 1080p gaming and capable 1440p performance, appreciate stable thermal behavior and controlled noise, use the machine for everyday work and multiplayer gaming alike, prefer a full desktop with room for moderate upgrades. It may be less ideal if your priority is ultra-high-end 4K gaming, you're looking for specialized content creation horsepower beyond gaming, you're constrained on space or seeking portability in day-to-day use. This machine feels balanced and responsive. It doesn't overpromise on what it can do, and it delivers practicality where it matters. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.